as I've been getting outdoors more, as I've been taking a little bit of time to try and disconnect more from social media as much as I can, despite my business requiring social media, it's been huge. I've really noticed the difference in how I feel, in my just how I'm approaching life and my energy levels. I've been working to get up at a more consistent time, go to bed at a more consistent time, and actually get out in nature pretty much every single day, as long as there's not like a massive storm or something that I can't work around. And it's been absolutely fantastic so far. Decompressing from social media, detoxing from social media, I'm still on it, but I notice the difference with how much I'm on it, particularly, TikTok and Twitter and even YouTube, but particularly like TikTok and Twitter, because they just tend to be very adversarial, very toxic environments in many ways, particularly like the places I'm engaged. When you're engaged with politics, when you're engaged with world events, when you're engaged with controversial topics, different like Christianity, religion, atheism, all of that stuff, it tends to be a lot more toxic. It just does. It's just the nature of the beast. And I've been, unplugging from that for a while, not checking my phone when I'm out here, except, for directions or to check the time, not responding to messages, not going into the apps. And I love it. I feel so much better. And when I get into the apps, like, when I log into my TikTok, for example, and that scroll, that's seeing, bad news, that's seeing terrifying world events, that's seeing all these things, responding to troll comments, reading troll comments. There's a very different energy. Like, it's like an immediate negativity versus like just being out here, even like with the technology, talking to the camera. Like, I just feel so freaking much better. And like, I don't want to leave. Like, I could sit here all day and that would be freaking amazing. Of course, I've got work to do, so I can't do that. But it just feels so much better to sit here, to enjoy nature, to walk, to be outdoors, and I freaking love it. And I've decided it's not like an official challenge or a mandate to myself, but I don't plan to go back to Twitter. I've logged out of my accounts. I haven't deactivated them just in case someday I want to go back, but I've logged out of them on all my devices. I don't have Twitter on my phone anymore. And that's been so good, because that just is like, there's no reason to be on Twitter. It's just a toxic environment, no matter, I've been on Twitter in fandom spaces. It's all toxic in the Star Wars space. I've been very involved in Twitter in the supporting Ukraine space. A lot of toxicity there, a lot of trolls there. If you're in like US domestic politics, same thing. Like, I don't think that there is a space on Twitter where it is not just completely full of trolls and negativity and people trying to bother you and bring you down. You can probably hear the train there. But yeah, like, I don't think I'll be going back there. And TikTok, I'm trying very much to moderate, because I think if you've been on TikTok, you've been there where you just get this habit of scrolling. A lot of stuff, depending on where the algorithm has put you, you're either going to be in some weird conspiracy stuff all the time, or you're going to be in politics. There's very few truly positive spaces, at least that I have found on TikTok, that actually like improves my mood. Instagram, I've barely been on Instagram for a long time, even though I should be for my business, because it always leaves me in this negative headspace, and it sends me into a negative spiral versus a creative spiral. So I largely stay off of Instagram. Facebook, that can be a positive thing. It's a good way to connect with friends sometimes, but it also can be incredibly toxic and negative. That one, it's easier to kind of get around that, because you can hide people very, very easily. My hide list grows every day when I see, people being incredibly negative, people attacking other people, stuff like that. And so my social media consumption is shrinking, and just getting outside, getting away from it, moderating it. It's amazing. And I just want to encourage all of you, even if you can't get off of social media, at least have times where you are completely unplugged. Like right now, yeah, I have my phone on me, but all notifications are turned off. You know, basically only like my emergency contacts could ring through if something, you know, happened to a family member or something. But other than that, like I'm completely unplugged right now, other than, you know, talking to a camera. But it's just, it's a really beautiful thing to not be connected, to not be able to be gotten a hold of, to not be constantly bombarded by negative media, negative videos, negative comments. So yeah, I just really want to encourage you guys to try it.